Alright, we're going to jump into this game. It's a little underway as this is the game we're waiting on. Oh, I'm going to be muted in Skype. Skype is open now. You can watch off me, Orbit, if you're not already watching it.
Yep.
Looks like Epic Bulls just took a epic misfight as they've lost 4. And the Tier 2 tower now being threatened. The game was pretty even. I was watching a little bit earlier. It was 8-8 and now suddenly 17-9. So Black Wombats... yeah, they've been doing well in the last 5 minutes.
I'm still unable to watch, actually. For some reason, it's not going into the loading screen when I try to watch off you. Who's on Black Wombats again?
Andrew Riley, but his name right now starts with W, because it's his Twitch stream. Should be able to find him. Or okay. Sneaks, or Hotaroos.
Sneaks, Hotaroos. I'm trying to see if I have any of them on my list.
How did you not? I feel like... Well, I don't know. I'm just using directed cam because it's the best thing ever.
Yeah, it's like the best.
So
don't miss anything.
Yeah, I missed First Blood last game. It was brutal, and I missed Second Blood too. It's awkward. Got awkward fast.
Just gonna restart Dota really quick.
All right, but yeah, let's see. We've got on Black Wombats. They're on the Dire. We've got a Lich, an Elder Titan, a Razor, a Luna, and Avenge. So I'm not sure what the lanes were there. Maybe aggressive with the... I don't know. Probably not. Who would have offlane? Probably offlane Elder Titan, Razor in the mid lane, and then Lich, Luna, Avenge in top. Probably what it was there. Meanwhile, Epic Bulls. They've got the Juggernaut, they've got the Dragonite, a Clockwork, a Visage, and an Abaddon. So they've got 2 melee core heroes right now. Omnislash is, pretty good, able to get out some damage from a distance. But yeah, they still have those 2 melee cores. Obviously picking them up here just to get some push, and it looks like they did that early. Only 1 tower standing here, actually for both sides. But I would assume that pushing with the Dragon with the Healing Word was pretty strong early. The Dire, though, going for a Roche at the moment. And they're going to get it pretty much uncontested. The Radiant team is here on the sides looking to take it down, but they don't get there in time. Roshan goes down, and it's going to be Elendil on the Luna here that picks it up. As for those of you on the stream, this is we're just watching from Dota TV now, obviously, using directed camera, but this is what the game we're waiting on. This is game 1 in a best of 3 series between Epic Bulls and Black Wombats. It looks like Black Wombat could maybe be taking this game. They've definitely got the momentum. 10,000 experience lead right now, 7,000 gold, excuse me. And Orbit, no luck yet.
No, still nothing. I'm just trying to see who else I can try to find to spec off of for this game.
Kai or 11 or Indie Bear?
No. No.
Jeez, I have like everyone in this game on my friends list. I'm more popular than you.
Yeah, I'm a loner. I can talk a little bit about the draft at least off of the stream. Pretty interesting. The fact that Black Wombats is so far ahead is really nice for them, considering they have a really nice dual core lineup, as well as some really good utility in the Elder Titan. So, like the top 3 net worths being on the Dire make it really nice for them to kind of just end the game into a snowball.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, especially with that Luna, the big ultimate just to fight with. They got Eye of the Storm as well. It's pretty hard to stand up to this Dire lineup right now. Well, I'm 2 minutes ahead of you, but they take out another tower. That's the last outer tower of the game. It goes down at 28 minutes and about 30 seconds. As they look to be breaking the high ground here. Kai throws out the cogs, almost dies in the meantime. Niz able to save him. 11 trying to get a split push, trying to maybe get a tower in the mid lane with the poison attack here with the Dragon.
Dire's structures are cunningly fortified.
But it doesn't quite work out.
Pretty rough game.
Did he? What's he at right
now?
Yeah,
I mean, he only has 4 staff and treads at this point in time for me, which is really not much, considering it's like 27 minutes into the game.
Yeah, he's 3-3-1, and net worth, though, he is pretty far down there in the pack at only 6,100.
Yeah, it seems like really nice kind of pacing for the Dire as well. I mean, all that's left for them really is to just continue pushing, really, and force a good fight for them.
Yeah, should be easy enough. They've got the Natural Order aura, the big ultimates we talked about, even a Chain Frost. or just that slow, or even the Frost Armor itself from Lich, and not to mention the Aura and armor reduction from Venge. Like you said, the fact that they're far ahead at this point is going to make the rest of this game a bit of a auto-pathing or cruise control.
Yeah, Lich was a really nice pick with that Frost Armor. I mean, it's up against a 3 melee core lineup. It's 4 melees in total with the Clock, DK, Jug, as well as Abaddon. And on top of that, the armor does really well with the Omni Slash because it is physical damage. So the extra armor is really going to help tank up those jumps. So the Lich pick, I know it's a really popular pick now, but it's a really smart pick against the EB.
Definitely. And it looks like what you said, just push up. That's what they're doing in the mid lane. They've got all 5 there here for Black Wombats, but an Ags did just come out delivered to the Juggernaut. So Rot has picked up the Aghanim Scepter. Could help defend the push. He is level 13 though, so he doesn't have that level 6 jump, or level 3 jump, excuse me. See what he can get done with that. As that's what a Wombat looks like apparently. They're pretty cute.
I guess. Sure.
I mean, why not? It's a furry mammal. But you also just played. You guys played against Intrigue, right?
Bottom tower
Yeah.
is under attack.
And how was that?
I don't know. I think it went pretty as expected for our strategies.
That no bear strat.
Yeah, we pulled it off. It was pretty good.
I had a friend
We
that
picked Dazzle
actually
in the
thought that
game,
was good
so-
at one point.
Nice. Solid.
Yeah.
No, but yeah. I mean, hopefully we see more of them in CEVO for sure. Definitely a team with a they can definitely take a look at the replays and see a lot of improvement. They had a pretty cool push strat in the first game. We just did pretty decently against it.
There you go. So I'm assuming it was 2-0 since you're already back.
Yeah.
Yeah, Intrigue is a team that is always eager for me to cast them, but for some reason I always fizzle out or fall through. So I feel bad about that if any of them are watching. Apologies.
Hopefully soon.
Yeah,
Hopefully
we'll get to you soon. It's been awkward though because they always play the team like I just cast. So it's like I don't want to cast the same team twice, but I do want to cast them. But I don't know. It's been awkward.
Yeah, really nice people. So that's good.
Venge died, and it's now 17-10.
Oh,
Since you still can't
really
watch
slow
the
paced
game,
game.
apparently.
Are they trying to press with the Aegis? I mean, it's gonna run out in about a minute.
On Elendil, yeah, not really. They were in the mid lane. I think that's where they took an engagement. I wasn't really watching though, because directed camera's watching for me, so it's nice to sit back and relax. It's been a pretty long night. All those games, Faded struggled against Magikarp more than I thought they actually would. And it was weird, both games, or all 3 games, everyone was, on both teams was just like jumping around, switching roles. It was kind of weird to see. But that game 1 was fun.
Yeah.
Global strats, OP.
How did game 2 go?
Game 2 was like neck and neck the whole time, and then I don't know. I feel like Team Magikarp was feeling pressured into having to do more than they really needed to, and took some pretty ballsy fights, made some maybe not amazing decisions, and then there was like a 1-kill advantage to Faded trade, then a 1-kill trade, and then a 2-kill trade, and then they were like suddenly Faded was 5 kills ahead, and then they just started to snowball off of that.
Okay.
In game 2 and were able to win. And then game 3 was early game was all Team Magikarp. They got up 10 kills, and then Corey finally started to get involved in the game. And as a Queen of Pain free farming in the solo lane, and in game 3, once Corey got involved, it just turned around quickly. So that was the story in that best of 3. So there's the quick recap for everybody that maybe is just joining us. But it looks like people are maybe just leaving us, which makes me sad.
I'm trying to find a way into this game. I know Dable on my team is friends with some of these players, so I'm gonna ask him to watch, and then maybe I can spec off him.
Don't know. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't work specking off of other people.
It's kind of buggy. Some pretty poor supports actually overall. It's still kind of interesting. It's an interesting game because I feel like all the cores are farming incredibly well on the Dire, but they're still not pressing their advantage. Maybe they're really valuing the Clockwork Cogs highly in the fact that turtling with that can really help zone a team.
Yeah, potentially. I mean, I can't click on the towers right now because we're in directed cam, but I feel like the top 2-3 tower got pretty low after the last push. They maybe could just go up there, but maybe Black Wombats, I mean, like you said, respecting the power of the cogs, just gonna wait out for the next Aegis, potentially. Roche probably respawning pretty soon. Because, yeah, it should be maybe, yeah, 1 minute and 30 seconds away is that Roche. So I think they're just going to wait on that at this point. When it's that far away, I mean, why not? Actually, really at any point, if you're far ahead, you have the advantage, why not just wait for the Roche? Sometimes when you're playing and it's not a serious game, you're like, it's boring, but I mean, in a game with anything on the line, it's probably better just wait for it if you can control the map like that.
Mhm. You know, I haven't seen an Abaddon pick in a while.
There's been a couple tonight. Faded picked it in game 2, the game that they won. They did Abaddon, Visage, Weaver, aggressive tri-lane. Bringing it back to the tail end of 6.78.
Yeah, I guess Visage Abaddon. I feel like if I see Abaddon, most of the time it's with a Visage on their team as well, which is kind of interesting too.
Yeah, it's weird because there's no like stun or lockdown there, but I don't know, it's good in the sense that it's just really annoying.
Something else that's kind of interesting is the DK pick. Normally you see DK picked mid to like deal with a mobility hero, getting the stun off on them. Like Storm is a bit of a kind of stretching it, because I mean Storm does well against DK in lane, but against like a Weaver or something, like a very kind of squishy mobility hero, if you get the DK stun off on them, you can easily take them out. But you don't really see any heroes like that on the Dire team. I mean, I guess Razor is still like a very tanky hero. Luna is going to have a BKB really early as well. Maybe if you can get the stun off, you can potentially get a pick off, but at the same time, really defensive utility and supports in the Avenge swap, as well as Elder Titan's Echo Stomp, make it really hard to kind of find any pickoffs for EB.
Alright, well, while you were analyzing Black Wombats lineup there, they tried to break the high ground without waiting for the Roche that was up in a minute. I don't understand really what they were doing there, and they lose the fight, actually. They drop 3 heroes, and this opens the door for the Radiant to take the Roche right now. Which they are doing. There's a Blue Eyes White Dragon, Dragon Knight in the background. Oh, it runs out now, but they get Roche down to about 1/4 HP, and they're going to be taking it out. And with this could maybe turn the game around here in game 1.
That'd be pretty interesting. I mean, if you look, DK's probably doing really well in the net worth now because of that fight. He's pretty high up there.
Yeah, he's 15.6k compared to Luna's 16.1, so he's first for the team, but he's still in a pool of red there.
Yeah. I feel like maybe MKB could be a decent option, only because Luna's probably going to go Butterfly eventually, so we'll see what he decides to go, though. Maybe a Daedalus or something.
Yeah, crit's always nice with that Dragon Cleave. It's pretty ridiculous there. If Butterfly is even going to be on the way. At 3,000 gold, Manta BKB Helmet Dominator. So yeah, the Butterfly could very well be next.
Probably looking for it next. Yeah.
But there already is a Demon Edge here on 11. He buys the Demon Edge first upon an AC and a BKB, and that sets up for, like you said, either going Daedalus or picking up a MKB. So he's probably just waiting to see what Luna buys, and then we'll just purchase up something.
I still think it's going to be safer to run the MKB regardless. I mean, Daedalus can be okay, but you're not really looking to burst anyone in particular. It's much better to try to get the extra attacks and just have no mischance procs, especially if someone goes like Halberd or something, like Avenge might.
Whoa, does MKB work through Halberd?
It's more just the evasion that Halberd gives. I mean, he'll pop his BKB to deal with that.
I was gonna say, I didn't think so. That seems really OP. For MKB's sake. Although it is expensive, I don't know. You never know in Dota. You learn something every day. Despite thinking
at
you
the
know
very
everything.
Least, yeah, it's true. In that last fight, at the very least, it was just like the kind of supporty type heroes that went down. The Razor and Luna still lived in the end, so that's pretty good for them.
Indeed. That instant replay here with Orbit 2 minutes behind. Not so instant replay,
It's
but
like
whatever.
really hard to analyze 2 minutes ago.
You can go for it if you'd like.
How are the graphs looking? I'm sure it's probably like around 10,000 in favor of the Dire.
Probably. Solving my Rubik's Cube 2x2. 5,000 here for Black Wombats gold advantage, 6,000 XP. So I mean, it's still really anyone's game. They did get the bottom tier 3 tower though, very, very low. Like they can walk up and smack it and it will die. So I don't know. I think Black Wombat still has a pretty good chance if they go up and take that Rax in maybe the next fight. But they gave that Aegis over, and that might delay this game another 10 minutes potentially.
Only 5,000 gold though. That's really surprising.
Yeah, to 40 minutes, it's really minimal.
Where I'm at right now, it's probably like a 10,000 advantage. So I want to see how they catch up.
Yeah, gold got up to about 8,000 and dropped to 5k now, and it continues to go back in favor of Epic Bulls. XP was up at maybe 11, 12,000 until that fight at the base, and since then it's dropped to 4,000 XP advantage. At 40 minutes, it's pretty minimal, and the graphs are turning around, so it's a little bit of momentum and maybe even confidence that Epic Bulls will have after the last big fight and taking Roche.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that tower is so low, and I don't know, Glyph of Fortification is still online, but Black Wombat still has an opportunity to maybe keep this game fairly easy if they can take that bottom Rax.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Dota is definitely like a game very based around confidence as well as momentum. And you definitely see the momentum starting to swing into the Radiant's favor. But if the Dire is the one continuing kind of to put pressure on the Radiant's base, all it takes is one fight to win the game. Whereas if they come out maybe even, it's a lot more difficult for the Radiant to try to push an advantage with losing a fight so far away from the objective really on the Dire team.
So it's definitely going to be a long road back for Epic Fools, but there's more and more potential as Black Wombat throws himself at the base and doesn't break the base. And speaking of momentum, Tuskar and Centaur, yeah, momentum will be had.
It's a pretty fun combo.
It is. I actually played that with Epic Bulls. I was their sub.
Oh, nice.
So this was the team that did it. It was, whose draft was it? I want to say it was either Rot or Indie Bear. I'm not sure. But I will say they suck at drafting. They're lucky we all outplayed last night. Well, they're wandering around in the jungle looking for Black Wombats who are scared in their base.
I feel like teams should be smoking a lot right now, or just trying to push certain lanes. Clockwork's doing a really good job at the time where I'm looking at actually.
Hold that thought. Team fight breaks out. Kai hooks forward. They're able to pick off the Vengeful Spirit and an Echo Stomp to disengage. Uh-oh, swap was already used. Dragonite gets lucky there as he tries to walk up to the high ground at the top tier 3 tower. And that ends the engagement, but they continue to push here at the top tier 3. Chipping away at it. Earth Splitter goes out from Andrew Riley onto the Dragonite as well as the Abaddon. Static Link up now onto the Dragonite. Ultimate here from the Juggernaut. Chain Frost goes out. Does nothing. Well, yeah, nothing is pretty adequate way to describe what that Chain Frost did. 15 to 18. They picked off the Razor though in that engagement there at the tier 3 tower.
That's pretty big.
This is for testing how well if we just cast Dota 2 on the radio like Zyori does.
Yeah, it's true. Except it's way harder like this. Actually, could you check the ping of the game? I could maybe try to join from that.
Oh, you mean the console?
If you could yeah. If you could just PM me that maybe or something.
I could, yeah. But this fight's breaking out here. Ultimate goes off from Elendil onto 11. Good. Well, we're gonna have to cast this game and we'll probably confuse those names. Sneaks, static linking up once again, getting pretty low, and this is Epic Bulls pushing into the base right now. Abaddon going to deny himself with a Mistcoil in the midst of all of that chaos, able to do that. Kai going to get stunned up and earned will go down. Elder Titan, Andrew Riley takes it down there. Meanwhile, Creep are strong, and they've pushed down the bottom tier 3 tower of the Radiant base, so the Rax is exposed, but here comes DK. He TP's in, saves the day.
Double damage.
Alright, status is what we're doing now to get you into this game?
Yeah, please. Hopefully there's no action during this time.
It won't be good. It's gonna go in Skype.
Sure.
You obviously know the command, right?
Yep.
I'll make it easier, though. It's a very cryptic command.
Interesting. It's not letting me.
It's because it's
Disconnect.
a weird...
Bad relay password.
Yeah, oh, you need a relay password?
I don't know how to... Maybe it's like a -P. No.
Oh wait, I got a local IP now. Is that the same one? Yeah, it was. Oh, we got team fight. Yeah, because that's trying to connect you to the relay server that I'm in. I can actually see the names of the other people watching with me.
Okay, cool.
I did not know that. That's so cool. I type status like all the time now when I'm watching in Dota TV. DK got picked off. I don't think anyone saw it. Especially not DK. Roche respawns though in 15 seconds.
Alright, well, I'll keep trying to analyze 2 minutes in the past. Could be interesting.
Only you had more friends. Andrew Riley trying to break the high ground. Very, very tanky here on the Elder Titan. And this maybe could be all she wrote. Black Wombats pushing into the base. DK is down. Does not have buyback either. Glyph Fortification going to be pops out. And Luna, with this recent buff in Glaives, has made her pushing towers and racks so even stronger. It's kind of ridiculous. Middle racks under attack though. Hadaru's TP's back to the Dire base where their racks are being threatened in the mid lane, but Black Wombats, well, they're trying to get into a bit of a base race that Black Wombats is winning pretty convincingly right now. The Radiant lose their middle racks, the Dire will lose their mid racks, so it goes 2 for 1 on the racks trade and get a spin and TP to try to get out of there.
That seems like it might be
Meanwhile, Elendil in a bit of trouble, going to be swapped out. Nice defensive use of the swap there by the Vengeful Spirit. Ultimate popped out by the Luna, and that's X-Kai here for Epic Bull is going to fall down. Goonie Goo Goo gets low, will drop to Indie Bear's Visage. Epic Bulls cleans up a kill there, so it goes 1 for 1 in that little engagement outside of the tier 3 tower in the mid lane. And they're going to pick off the Razor as well, and well, maybe off of this. Are there buybacks? No. Maybe they could push and go straight for the throne here. That's about their only opportunity
Dire's
left.
bottom tower is under attack.
Can't analyze console. Okay, here we go.
Oh, is that DK
Yeah.
dying? DK died.
Yeah, I saw the end of that.
Dire's top tower is being attacked like nobody's business.
Pretty interesting. What's the score right now, actually?
24-17, and it actually looks like Epic Bulls is going to net up the racks at 2-2. This is kind of
Wow,
ridiculous.
this game is really close, actually.
Ultimate
I
for
feel like-
Jug. Oh my gosh, that may have just won the game with that Omni Slash. He takes out 3 buybacks forced out now by Black Wombats, and I think they're going to lose 2 lanes of racks here. 11 going to town. Chainfrost goes out, won't do a whole lot, and it's 2 and 2 on the racks. Dragonite on the backside of this, going to try to fight up if he can. Yeah, he's going to go down though. Sandwiched up there. He does have buyback though after that. After getting all those buildings, 25-20 is the score. There's 2 lanes of racks down. Black Wombat has taken 2 lanes of racks. They got the ranged and melee in both lanes. 2 lanes of racks have been taken for Epic Bulls as well in top and middle, but they only got the melee. So still a sizable advantage for Black Wombats, but it's a pretty impressive trade Epic Bulls was able to pull off.
Yeah, I feel like this game's still anyone's depending on how the next fight goes. You said that 3 buybacks were forced from the Dire?
Yeah, Lich, Elder Titan, and Luna.
I feel like this is a really key time for them to smoke then, if that's what's going to happen, because it could be really key for them, for the Radiant to try to get a potential pick off on one of those heroes, and then kind of push forth their advantage from there.
Yeah, they could just go throne at this point. Or even Megas and then just sit back and defend, I guess, but I don't know. That is a good point, though.
Yeah.
Smoking
Did they
up.
win a fight?
No fights yet. We've got Black Wombats pushing into the top tier 3 tower, into the Radiant base. Kai almost gets picked off, throws the cogs though to be annoying. The tier 3 tower now in trouble, and this is Black Wombats. If they don't win this fight, it very well could be the game, but they look to be getting the Megas. There's not even a fight. DK has buyback, but he's not buying back for some reason.
Fascinating.
Well, he respawns now. Clockwork the first to go down. Everyone getting pretty low. I think Rot threw out his spin, and he will go down. It looks like Black Wombats has maybe just won the game. Buyback on the Juggernaut. Double kill for both the Luna and the Elder Titan. DK comes into the fight. Forward TP gets immediately taken down, and Juggernaut. And now Dragonite buys back once again. I think that's why he was saving it. for the double buyback for this final fight, but it falls apart, and Black Wombats just walks over them, gets the megas, and they actually just retreat.
So I guess that's the game.
It probably is the game here, around the 50-minute mark, but I don't think Epic Bulls is going to call it.
No, not yet. But it's very hard to come back from megas. But, I mean, they have 2 Raxes down, so anything can really happen.
That is true. It is Dota after all.
Yes.
Let's see if there's more people watching. I'm gonna type status again. No, I'm the only one watching now. Oh, game must have just ended because they were populating the lobby.
Yes, there we go.
Well, we